All right, let's now get you some highlights from the budget. The very first budget of Modi 2.0 that was announced by India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman yesterday. And of course, in every budget, every Indian asks one fundamental question, and that is, what is in it for me? And what has got dearer, and has anything actually got cheaper than before? Now here we'll tell you the products and commodities which will actually see a change pretty much immediately after Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's announcement of the first budget. Now, smoking, of course, is injurious to health, and after this budget, it'll burn a bigger hole in the wallet as well. Cigarettes have seen duties in cess of almost about 200% in the last 7 years, and this year as well, Finance Minister has proposed an excise duty on tobacco products. Now, unlike smoking, reading is ideally a good habit, but from now on, try and order books printed in India, as the Finance Minister has proposed a 5% duty on imported books in order to give a push to domestic printing industry. So reading may also get a bit expensive. Now, there's also a proposed hike on custom duty on imported cashew nuts, so consume cashew nuts that are produced in India. Now, gold is something that every Indian has a bit of a love affair with. It is a prized possession for a lot of Indians, but it might lose a bit of its glitter after this budget, as the custom duty on gold has been increased from 10% to 12.5%. Now, buying cars, if you are planning to buy a car after the budget and taking them out on long drives, this also is, of course, all set to become a bit more expensive after this budget due to a hike in duty on auto parts. And not only this, the Finance Minister has also announced additional excise duty and infrastructure cess on fuel, that is on both petrol and diesel, by making both petrol and diesel more expensive by 2 rupees each, pretty much with immediate effect. Now, one of the biggest hikes has been announced on air conditioning units, especially split ACs, which will see a steep price hike of nearly about 10% in the immediate aftermath of the budget. Now, affordable housing, on the other hand, will get a little bit more affordable with additional tax deductions of almost about 1.5 lakhs on home loan interests. The deductions will be applicable on loans that are taken on or before March next year. And also, what, of course, may be giving a bit of relief is to tech enthusiasts something to smile about, with announcements for push in single brand FDI retail, which would make some of the much sought-after gadgets a little bit cheaper. Lastly, one of the big takeaways from the budget is the government's push towards green and clean mobility. Nirmala Sitharaman has proposed an income tax deduction of about 1.5 lakhs on interest that is paid on loans that are taken during the purchase of electric vehicles. So there are some reasons to smile about, but also quite a few reasons that Indians would, of course, feel has in fact taken money away from their pockets.